We all have had goals, right? To start gymming, to start getting up at a certain time, to reduce smoking, trying not to shop so much. The list goes on, and we all have failed. So the question is, can the words that we use to say no to temptations play any role in whether we succeed in our goals or not? Hi, Amrit here, co-founder of Core Voice, and in this episode of Core Insights, I want to share findings from a research paper titled I Don't versus I Can't. When empowered refusal motivates goal-directed behavior. It's by Vanessa M. Patrick and Henrik Hackwitt. They are professors at University of Houston and Carroll School of Management, respectively. So they basically ran 3 experiments with around 500 total participants. The first experiment had about 120 participants, and they were asked to imagine that they are on a journey towards better health, and so they have to say no to all the temptations that is thrown at them. Like if someone offers them an unhealthy snack, they have to deny. Now, one group out of this 120 was advised to use the phrase I don't, like I don't eat that. And another group was asked to say, I can't, like I can't eat that, when some temptation or an unhealthy snack is offered to them. So they were asked to rehearse this I don't / I can't phrase a few times. And then they were made to participate in some unrelated study where they had to fill some questionnaire. But once they were done filling that questionnaire for the unrelated study and were about to leave the experiment room, the researchers asked them to pick a thank you snack for their participation in this study. Now, one bowl had chocolate candy bars in it, and another one right next to that chocolate candy bar bowl had healthier granola bars in it. So the researchers wanted to observe the behavior of the participants, right? So what happened? Those participants who had rehearsed saying I don't eat that, 64% of them picked healthier granola bar, while only 39% of those who had practiced saying I can't picked up the healthy granola bar, right? So when we use the phrase I don't to say no to temptations when we are pursuing a goal, then we are better able to resist them. And I'll come back to why it so happens in a bit, but does it matter if the reason why we are pursuing the goal in the first place is driven by some internal motivation or it's external motivated? So to find that out, the researchers did another study. So a group of 300 participants this time was taught either the I can't approach to rejecting temptations or the I don't approach. In study 2A, the participants were given this scenario. So they were asked to imagine that they would be working out with a close friend of theirs for a year. Now, one group was told in this study 2A that skipping the workout would affect their health. Their health. So basically it was an internal motivation that they were being primed with. While the rest of them in study 2A were explained that the reason they shouldn't be skipping the workout is because that would affect their friend. So the motivation for them to pursue this hypothetical goal was external motivation. In a similar study, study 2B, the scenario that was given was slightly different. One group was asked to imagine that they were planning to lose weight to achieve good looks for themselves, internal motivation. And the other group was given an external motivation that they were planning to lose weight so that they could look good in a friend's wedding. So participants in both 2A and 2B then answered several questions where the group that was advised with using I can't, they rejected the temptation type of questions by using I can't, and those who were advised with saying I don't rejected the temptation questions by saying, oh, I don't do that. At the end, they were all asked to estimate how confident they were in achieving that goal if they imagined that. So what was the result? In both 2A and 2B, whether the motivation was internal or external, a greater percentage of participants who used I don't to reject a temptation thought they could achieve the goal compared to those who used the phrase I can't. Now, if you are thinking how does asking them whether they think they could achieve the goal really tells us about what would eventually happen in reality, well, the researchers did one more study to find exactly that out. So in this third and final study, 30 participants who had long-term personal improvement goals were shortlisted. And again, half were asked to follow the I can't approach when dealing with a temptation, and the other half were advised to use I don't. Now, they were asked to record their progress every day for 10 days. After 10 days, it was seen that 8 out of 10 participants who followed the I don't approach, they stuck to their goals, while only 3 out of 10 participants who used I can't could do so. So why does saying I don't to temptations help us stay focused on our goals better than saying I can't? As per the authors, What happens is that a phrase like I don't creates a sense of psychological empowerment, right? Making us feel more in control of our choices. When I say I don't do this, it's my choice. And that sort of makes us more confident in our ability to resist any temptation. But when we say or think, oh, I can't, it basically implies that it's a forced external compulsion. Oh, I can't do this, and hence there's a urge to break it. All right, so that's the study, and hope this insight was useful. See you soon with yet another insight, and till then, whenever you don't wish to do something, just keep saying I don't do this to yourself, and you should be more likely to succeed. All the best.